NFL Week 11, baby. This is a big-time game right here. It's a revenge game. See, I was talking about it last year going into the playoffs, and then Todd Haley went out there and wanted to go and throw the ball on 4th and 1, wanted to run tosses on 4th and 1. But we ain't talking about the past because we here in the future. Week 11 football, we going out there to Jacksonville to go take on the Jacksonville Jaguars in that nice stadium that they got with the pool up top. We making sure that it's going to turn to a hot tub because the people in there are going to be infuriated. They're going to have the indignation invigorating inside of their soul because they're going to be upset at what the hell we trying to do to the Jacksonville defense. Let's first say this. First and foremost, last year, Jacksonville whooped our ass, all right? I don't want to revisit the past, but it has to be stated. They have all of the reasons to come out here and talk trash to us because they pretty much owned our ass. Leonard Fournette was in our end zone more than Le'Veon Bell was in the end zone. We'll get to him a little bit later. But nonetheless, this particular year, they lost 6 of their last 7 games. 5 consecutively. You want to know why? Not only are they struggling to get to a quarterback, not only are they struggling to block for their quarterback, and not only have they been riddled with injuries here and there, offensive line, the backfield, all that other stuff, but we have to point out, defensively, they are not the same team that they were last year. Against the pass, they still go out there and look lethal, but they are absolutely atrocious against the run. 4 out of their last 6 games, or I should say 4 of their 6 losses, they have given up over 100 yards on the ground. What have we done on the ground as a Pittsburgh Steelers over this past 5-week win streak? We've been able to run the football. Outside of Carolina, I don't believe we went over 100 yards total, but James Conner himself has gone over 100 yards 4 of our last 5 games. We have to keep that train rolling. On top of that, Jacksonville has injuries defensively, and on their offensive line, we'll talk about the offense right now because our defense needs to come in and take care of business. They called Jacksonville Sacksonville from last year, but they forgot the Pittsburgh Steelers led the league in sacks. In fact, coming into Week 11, we were tied for the league lead in sacks. Had Green Bay not played last night, we would have still been tied number 1. But granted, you played last night. You played an extra game, so you're going to have more sacks than we do. But I expect us to go out there and get to the quarterback. That's you, T.J. Watt. That's you, Cam Hayward. That's you, Vince Williams. That's you, John Bostic. That's you, L.J. Ford. It doesn't matter who the hell goes in there and plays. Tuitt is not playing. I'm a little bit concerned because we got 2 big names that's not going to be in the game this particular game. All right? Still, Marcus Gilbert is not back from injury at right tackle, so we have our backup starting a 4th consecutive game, but I'm not really that concerned because they've been out there as a good, complete unit blocking for Ben Roethlisberger. Defensively, Tuitt not being in the game, Alu, I expect him to come in and play very well. Now, when we talk about how we're supposed to win this game offensively, not only do I expect James Conner to go out there and run the football effectively, but when we're throwing it, we cannot turn the football over. Turnovers were the differences in each of those 2 games that we lost last year. We had the 5 interceptions from Ben. Granted, not all of them was his fault, but that's not what we're talking about right now. We still have to acknowledge the fact that the turnovers played the role in our loss. The playoff game, if you look at it, if the interception doesn't happen, if the forced fumble that was returned for a goddamn touchdown doesn't happen, the Pittsburgh Steelers go on to play the Patriots in the AFC Championship. So we got to be disciplined and take care of the football. More importantly, if we succeed running the ball, or I should say like we plan to succeed running the ball, we have to do the exact same thing to them what we have done over the course of the past 5 weeks. Time of possession have to dominate in that field. All right, keep that offense off the field. 3rd down, defensively, we have to be able to get them off the field. Last year, we played phenomenal on 1st and 2nd down against the Jacksonville Jaguars. And then what happened? 3rd down came along and we could not get this man, Blake Bortles, off the field. All of a sudden, this man looked like Mike Vick, a little bit slower, but he was looking, well, a lot of bit slower, but he was looking like Michael Vick, running for 1st downs and converting. On the feet, all of a sudden, now you got that linebacker staying at home. Somebody comes right behind him on the slant. Bam, we got him to move the chains. We can't have that happen. We have to be able to contain him and get to the quarterback and get off the field on 3rd down. Special teams, I need another big play. We saw special teams make a play, I believe, 3 different times in our 5-game win streak. We need that to happen, whether it's a block punt, whether it's a forced fumble on a punt return, forced fumble on a kick return, whether it's, making a goddamn kick return for a touchdown, punt return for a touchdown, wherever it is, onside kick, we need to make a play on special teams because I refuse to let the Jacksonville Jaguars get their win or break their losing streak against our Pittsburgh Steelers. Look at it. It's a yin and a yang. It's a goddamn the seesaw thing. You got a 5-game win streak against a 5-game lose streak. They're not about to swing it against us. I do not expect that to happen. Like I said in the beginning, I expect that pool that they got out there in their stadium, I want it to turn into a goddamn hot spring. All right? And on top of that, Leonard Fournette is playing once again. This man is back. He's now healthy. We got to contain this man. We cannot allow him to run all over our defense. Our Pittsburgh Steelers have not given up a 100-yard rusher in quite some time, I might add. We're, I believe, 4th in the league third in the league, something like that against the run. We have to keep that train rolling if we want to win this game. On top of that, Antonio Brown, I'm going to need you to go out there and perform against whether it's A.J. Boye, like you lit this man on fire in the playoff game, or if it's Jalen Ramsey, who's been pretty much, doing his thing this year. But when he plays against those big-time players, they make some big-time plays to put their position put their team in the position to put up some points. So I'm going to need that to happen. Juju Smith, you're much more mature. You're a better player this year than you were last year. I expect you to make some plays. Vance McDonald, I expect you to run some people over and impose your will on some people. Jesse James, he's going to be wide open from here from time to time. So our offense got to be a well-oiled machine. Big Ben's coming off a perfect passer rating. I don't expect another perfect game, but it would be nice if it were to go down like that. But again, what will win this game is 1, time of possession. 2, taking care of the football. 3, running the football. And defensively, we got to get off the field on third down. Those are the 4 right there. And if we could get to the quarterback and sack him into oblivion, that would be masterful. All right? Now, this is no divisional game. This is no sort of, statement game with the Patriots. However, I will say this. Because the Jacksonville Jaguars left a sour taste in my mouth, I want blood. All right? I want people dead. Or maybe not dead. Figuratively, not literally. We don't want anybody going to the EMT, of course. But if, we blow them out like we did to Carolina last week, that'll feel that much sweeter. Everybody get your hand up in here because we're going into week 11. We walking out with a 6-game win streak. Steelers on 3, win on 6. 1, 2, 3 Steelers, 4, 5, 6 win, baby. Here we go. Getting another win on Sunday Night Football. Well, it's not Sunday night. It's Sunday afternoon. Nonetheless, it's Sunday afternoon. Sunday football. God damn it.